So NC State fans may want to kind of cover their ears up for these next few topics here, because a lot of defensive backs who were very good players there left that program, and one of them landing at USC. USC, another school that they've lost a lot, but slowly but surely here they've added some really, really solid pieces to that roster. He's the 12th pickup for USC this portal. And Bishop Fitzgerald is a guy who's came from the JUCO level. It's funny, D, we mentioned this the other day, but I feel like there's a resurgence of JUCOs here the last year plus, especially now with the Diego Pavia ruling. It becomes a very attractive option. A lot of these guys we're talking about, Wayman Jordan, another guy who ended up here at USC as the number 1 running back out of the JUCO level. Why not? So here's a guy in Fitzgerald who was at JUCO before NC State, played a lot at NC State last year, 718 snaps, 55 tackles, 3 interceptions, 8 pass breakups, a forced fumble. So someone who played a lot of football in the ACC last year, started 16 games over the past 2 seasons for NC State. And if you're USC, defensively, we understand they've continued to take steps there with Lincoln Riley. And this is someone who you'd say is a pretty ready-made piece coming in.
Yeah, someone, look, we've seen a ton in the ACC. Originally from Woodbridge, Virginia, goes to Coffeyville Junior College in Kansas, a very successful, historic junior college there. 6 foot, 195, ball hawk. You've seen him deflect balls to his teammates. You've seen him pick it off. He's someone who has made plays, was the number 1 junior college safety, but he's made plays at the ACC level. You look at the takeaways for USC, 62nd in the country last year. So they want to get that number up. They need to take the ball away to win some of these tight Big Ten games. That's something that Bishop Fitzgerald could do. Pro Football Focus grades him out well as a run defender, 78 run defense grade, 77.6 tackling grade. You mentioned all ACC honorable mention. You lose a Keely Arnold, so there's a clear need at safety. You got Christian Pierce in the mix, Kamari Ramsey. But I think this is somebody who, given his production, coming from a defense that's had success, not so much this year, but over the years with Dade Doran, I think this is a good pickup. And you look at the names, man, USC has really added a lot of volume in the portal, lost a lot in the portal as well. Really offensively, there's been a lot of turnover in both directions. But this is the 12th pickup. On the defensive side, if we're focusing there, we've done a lot of videos on the offense. You mentioned Wayman, you mentioned Eli Sanders, right? We did a video yesterday on Prince Strachan. So we've been focusing on USC's offensive transfer portal action coming and going, but defensively, Keyshawn Silver and Jamal Jarrett, 2 big SEC defensive tackles in the middle to make up for the loss of Bear Alexander. And now you add a guy like Fitzgerald. I think it's a good pickup and somebody who fills an obvious need, has some experience, has some age to him. And we'll see what the eligibility looks like with Diego Pavia's ruling. This could be a multi-year guy.
Side note here, D, I gotta say, I've been very impressed with with USC's media team. Like, the pictures they take on these visits are pretty cool. I noticed it with the Wayman Jordan stuff, with the old school, USC Letterman and the aesthetics there in the locker room. I think it's a pretty good look, man. So shout out to their media team at USC.
I mean, it's Hollywood, man. What do you expect? We got a comment here from Kane's Cat Heat 305. USC just means they can't evaluate talent in high school, or they're whiffing really hard as far as the portal action. Look, they didn't meet expectations last year, so there's a lot that they're trying to get done. Now, we'll say, if you look at their recruiting class this year, one of the best recruiting classes that they've had under Lincoln Riley. Houston Longstreet, really, really impressive quarterback, huge arm. I love this quarterback class in general. I think it's the best quarterback class. I'm talking about the 2025 quarterback class. I think it's probably the most impressive quarterback class that I've seen since I've been following recruiting. Longstreet, probably the most arm talent of anyone in that class. He's certainly in the conversation, just a whip for a right arm. Really excited about what he brings to the table. Jakeem Stewart, Thanos, who's been a household name since he was a freshman in high school. He's somebody who's going to bring some athleticism to that defensive tackle room. We already mentioned the 2 transfers they got there. So, again, looking at the rankings, number 16 overall, number 13 on the composite. They've done better there than they've done historically, and they got some good talent.